how to do some heel work training. And Diane and Toby have happily volunteered to help us out. Toby has done next to no training, so he's a really good example, rather than using our dogs, to be able to show you how we want to do this. The first thing we want to do is get the dog to understand following a lure. Yes, we use food to get a behaviour to start with and we move away from food, but really simply we've got to get the dog to learn to want to move the food in our hands. You all know what a marker word is, so all I want you to do, Diane, is to hold the food nice and low so it's not going to bounce. Yeah. And I want you to just move the food around, and as you move it, just say yes and release a bit as he follows it. Yes, yes. Reward. Literally just a couple of inches to start with. Move your feet. Stuck in his mouth, yeah. Yes. Lovely. If you need to move your feet, yeah, if you hold your hand as if you were going to lure, yeah. So that's it, lovely. Yes. And pop it in, lovely. If you need to move your feet sometimes to get them moving because they just stand there and look at you, that's absolutely fine. A couple of inches, lovely. So if you can go a bit further across your body, yes, really good stuff. If you drop it, it doesn't really matter, but eventually you'll end up being able to feed out of your hand. So if you can try for a circle, you're not going to get the whole thing yet, but that's okay.
Around me in a circle?
Anywhere. That really doesn't matter. Good. Just him understanding that if he follows that food, he trusts that he's going to get it. That's all it is. Yeah! Yes. Brilliant. So you've gone from a dog that genuinely didn't know how to follow food to one that does. Do me a favour, just do it quickly. I don't think it'll work yet. Yeah. But take the food and finish off with the ones you've got. And then do it with an empty hand, and say yes and feed him with the other hand. See if we can move off luring already. Yes, quick, yes, it's fine. So now one with no food, and be ready to chuck it in just once. You might genuinely not be ready because this is all we've done with him. Yes, yes, lovely. So don't need to do any more. I'd still use food until he's really fluent following it. Yeah. But this is just to show how we take the lure away. So we start to get them to follow an empty hand. Mark and reward, and they still trust that it's going to happen because we did it enough. Yes, yes, lovely. So he's already off his lure for that. When we teach any new behaviour, we start with a lure. I'm not proud if you're luring a behaviour until it's perfect. I don't mind, as long as you know how to take it off. As long as we know how to move away from a lure onto a reward. That difference between a lure and a reward is so amazing. I want you to try and remember that lure and bribe equal the same thing. We just call it a lure in dog training because it sounds better. But remember, it's a bribe, and it's not necessarily a good thing to do for too long. Cool, that's it. Lovely.